John Dewey Academy is a school that focuses on project-based learning. We are the first charter school in Green Bay. We have students 8th grade to 12th grade, and basically the students guide their learning through projects. They create the projects and then align them up with content learning target areas that keep them on track with working towards high school graduation. We also incorporate some field experiences, job shadows, experts in the community that supplement some of their learning with those projects that they choose to do. We are a very rigorous way for students to learn. Students are challenged on a daily basis to take an active part in their education. I think there's a misconception that the projects that we do here are kind of like how in a traditional classroom it would be. You know, teachers would lecture, do a PowerPoint and give the information, then the student would have to create a poster. Here our projects are much more in depth. They have to become an expert in an area. They have to do extensive research. They have to reach out in the community and talk with an expert. They have to do some sort of new learning end product, so whether it's creating a movie or a documentary or some sort of photo journaling or an actual something tangible that they've created themselves. It's very different, and therefore it's very rigorous. They can't really spend a lot of time just hanging around because that's not getting the project done that they need to be working on.
The steps are like you send in a proposal.
And then you send it into your teacher. They have a meeting with you and they talk it over. And if your project idea is approved, then
there's the research aspect to it where you have to find all your information.
In the end, you make your end product, which can be a PowerPoint or a documentary or a poster or something like that.
Be ready to present.
And then after that, you have an assessment meeting after you present. That's where you get your credits from.
I think that this type of environment is more similar to a workplace than a regular school. And that's why it's going to better prepare you. It's still a regular school in that you still have expectations as to what you have to do on a daily basis, but the learning environment is much different. You know, you're still learning things, and your knowledge base is still going to grow, but you aren't going to be limited to what you're going to be learning based on what a teacher decides. And you aren't going to be told what to learn and how to learn it. And you're going to have more control and more freedom over what you do on a daily basis.
Well, they have a lot of field experiences that you can do here, where you actually go out into the community, and so you learn how to handle real life situations.
And I think that this school is going to help me for when I graduate, because life is in the classroom. You know, at an office or on the job, you're morally self-directed. You aren't being directly told what to do, and you aren't directly given orders. It's mostly up to you.
I've heard a lot about college, that it's a lot of projects and that it's so independent. So that's one of the reasons I came here, was it's independent, and it's going to prepare me for college and getting on my own instead of having somebody hovering over my shoulder to get me to do my work.
You teach yourself. It's all self-taught. You can still go to the advisors for help with anything, but it's all self-taught. If you're bored, then that's because you're boring yourself.
My favorite project to work on was probably my Capitalism Project. And that was probably I think that was my favorite project to work on, because I've had an interest in economics since 5th or 6th grade. It's just something I like to do. And it's convenient because not only is it something I like to do, but it's something that can be a valuable skill later on in life. So I was able to get school credit for something that I like to do.
My favorite project to work on would be the Rockets Club. We got to build a rocket that was about 5 feet tall and went up a couple thousand feet up in the air, and that was definitely my favorite project.
Favorite project? That's kind of hard, because I've had a few favorite projects. Maybe my phobia one. I just researched different kinds of phobias, really got in depth, and it was interesting.
So come and check us out at John Dewey. We are excited to have anyone come and shadow a student or come and get a tour and see what we're all about. Students are ready and prepared to talk with you and answer any questions that you may have.